This might be happening. The sun rises on another day. The burning orb that lights my heart. Light it. Light my day. Burn my lonely soul. And so the poet starts the day. Heads for the breakfast bowl. There is a pen and paper on the table to catch an inspired thought. But as I stare at cereal advertising, creative thinking comes to naught. My overpriced organic health food mocks the starving held by hunger's locks. I would rather be nutritious substance than a well-fed poet in a box. The mail comes in, I'm in for that. Don't have a full-time job. I'm an intellectual creative, not some calloused blue-collared working slob. Which reminds me, pedicure at 1, publish a meeting at 3. The audience watches my hands highlighting vowels. It's good to know the one in print is me. Must pick up the orange pants, ruffle collared peasant smock. The individual look of a creative identity. Fashion of a poet in a box. Checking mail to find subscription to Poets Weekly is due again. Third prize in a children's poetry writing contest. I've won a magic pen. Bill for the dry cleaning. One from the stationery store. Latest edition of Poets Monthly. Then hate mail from some bore. That hits me in stiff upper lip, highlights my emotions, time and stocks. The personal and financial cost of being a fully subscribed poet in a box. The drive to town does not restore my confidence. The car is automatic, drives itself as I compose vicious retorts to my hater from dull diatribe off the shelf. Describing my surroundings in mundane metaphor and verb as I glare with sullen anger at passing people on the curb. My poetic perception of the world, just lines of words arranged like children's blocks. The childish illusion of being a motivated poet in a box. Light lunch at the deli, where other noted speakers eat. The advantage of a mouthful of good food, the inability to orally compete. Just to be safe, I do takeaway, avocado, tomato, basil in organic wrap. To avoid a rhyming repost or sarcastic sonnet slap. The wicked wit or wispy beard, salacious gossip from frocks. The social melee of insecure egos of other poets in a box. Home at last. I'm feeling down. Publisher meeting was a bust. Sales were down, the market crashed for poetry of structure and rust. The public were burning books of technique, practiced prose of poetic law, traditional synthetic sentences of syntax replaced by rap hip-hop defying the law. The pompous pride and pedantic precision that were once rising literary stocks, punched and pummeled by a more popular, public-pleasing poet in a box. Head out to the sun deck, discreetly screened by trees, do some lingering exercises, stretching neck and bending knees, casually flicking legs around, a practiced poet on the prowl, then arms whipping out like lightning to rehearse a gesticulated vow. The intricate finger movements and gestures conveying meaning, emotion, paradox. The postulating choreography of a theatrical poet in a box. Wash off the rigours of the day with a steamy, scented bubble tub, followed by a vigorous beauty regime, pheromone perfume body rub. Then to the well-stocked home bar where a fortune has been spent to imbibe some liquid courage to get up, a little loose and bent. For tonight is the big night where bards battle with clocks, the climactic poetry performance competition between professional poets in the box, at the venue, in the foyer, there behind a potted plant. My hater from the mailbox intent on ambush with a public rant. The walls enclosed like a moat around a castle on a hill. But I'm a poet knight who has killed 1,000 dragons. I prepare for blood to spill, announcing loudly before I reach them, I would love to speak to you, but I am really in a hurry, have important things to do. Important renders them impotent, muttering anger to their socks as under public gaze I am a proud, purposefully parading poet in a box. On stage now, I've lost them. My mind, words and longed-for audience. The neon lights have triggered a psychedelic flashback, a coloured incandescence, mentally transporting me out of place. The audience holds its breath, but I just continue, dumbly standing, dying a slow, poetic death. Stage fright, a misnomer. Poets call them mental blocks. The greatest danger confronting a publicly performing poet in a box. Make my escape at intermission past a line of backs of bar. A group of sycophants feeding on some new rising poet star. Literary cliques with wine discussing must-read books. Fat poets cramming confectionery while ignoring wondering looks. Past the smokers in the lane, a drunk contestant crashed among the rocks. I leave the dietary and substance abuse practised by too many poets in a box. The venue's close to home, so I walk beneath trees praying to the sky. Two men emerge from the alley. One says, "Your wallet or you die." I meekly hand it over, then hear his companions say, "Check out the pants and frilly shirt. You know I hate the game." I see no poetry in steel boots, encasing smelly socks as they vent their violent social xenophobia on a bashed and bloodied poet in a box. The sun rises on another day. I hide my Martian landscape facial features in a yard. The damage to my body and ego is pain from blows as hard. I have no choice but to sit quietly, watch the plant, insect and bird, but describe the world in poetry that makes my writing seem absurd. The plants portray a beauty that is perfection with its flaws. The insects perform a natural rhythm in getting through their daily chores. The birds sing songs of happiness, sign like joy across the sky. Their message, life is the meaning, why worry about the why? And as I relax in the moment, feel the wind gently stroke my coifed locks, I realise I would rather be me, a person in the now, than some famous fabricated poet